Hello there and thank you for watching SusiePoos channel. Today's video is how I feed Susie. The way I feed Susie is similar to the wild and how wolves would eat in their pecking orders. Now wolves, they have different pecking orders and which position they are affects the outcome of whether they eat first or second or last and so forth. So in the pecking order in our household, I like to see myself as the alpha male, and then Susie, she is the omega, the first, and omega being the last. In the wild they have pecking orders to keep everything in their pack in control and in order. If everyone was to do what they wanted, no one would know what they're doing, and that's the similar in our household. I like Susie to know that she is the last in the pecking order. It doesn't mean she's only least, but she's last, so she knows that if I put her dinner out, she knows that I must approve of it, and that keeps her under control, that keeps Susie in her boundaries, and she knows exactly where she stands. So I'm going to grab Susie's food and then let's get back to the video. I've got Susie's food here. No Susie. So as I said, in the wild, when wolves, when they catch their prey, they go in pecking orders, and when they find their prey, when they kill their prey, and they're about to eat, they establish who eats first and which part of the prey they eat, separated into sections, and everyone knows where they stand in where they eat. Now, when I give Susie her food, she must know that when I eat it, she must wait her time. This ensures she has no aggressive behaviour towards me. Now, if she was seen as the alpha male in the situation, and if I was to give her a food and she would take it, and if I was to come up being the omega, being the last, she might show signs of aggression or signs of snarling or growling, and that's what they'll do in the wild, put the omega in their place. And when you have a dog in the household, you don't want to have an aggressive alpha dog, because they will retaliate if they don't like things, or if they feel like you're being out of order. Where if it's on the other hand, if you're being the alpha and they're being the omega, they work around you, they act as that you're the leader, you lead them in their guidance. So Susie right now, she's waiting for me to give her permission to eat. And I've done this since she was a puppy. I've done this since she was a puppy. The reason for this is I learned this a long time ago, and it's worked greatly for me. And if you've got kids around as well, they might go up to the dog and they may touch the dog, and you don't want the dog to get aggressive. And if it was to be the alpha dog, they could turn that way. You never know. So Susie knows where she stands. She's waiting for me to give her permission, just like it would be in the wild. So if I was the alpha, I'd be eating. So I pretend to eat. This is what I did with Susie from the beginning. So you pretend to eat. Oh, it's delicious. Mmm, 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 mmm. I've got to make it look realistic, okay? Licking of the lips and everything. Mmm, mmm. Now Susie has watched me eat. She's watched the alpha eat. And now being the omega, she gets her chance, but only when I say yes. So at this stage you want to establish your command for her to eat, your dog to eat. Now for Susie's command, it is Y-E-S, and I'll say that round there, Susie. Round there. Susie, sit. Good girl. Yes. She's got in her place. She knows I've eaten first, and then now she's eaten. That's the pecking order in the wolf pack. And I thought I would show this video to you guys to help you understand how you can improve your dog's eating abilities at home, whether they may need this to understand their pecking order in your household. And I've learnt this, and it's worked wonders for our relationship together. So I can easily take this away. I built Susie up to this over a period of time. You can't just, if you've got a dog at home and they've never been introduced to this, and you put your hands there and they're not used to that, they could react in a way. So you'd only do this if you've built them up to this. So I could take this away right now and she would be okay with that. And as a puppy, I would just stroke her, and if you've got kids in the household and they pull on the tail, or I want her to know that that is fine, that's okay to be done, because you know what kids are like, they can tease dogs sometimes, and the last thing you want is for them to bite your child. So I play with Susie, I stroke her, and I pull on her tail a little bit to let her know I'm here, and she's fine with that. She's okay. So let me show you an example of me taking her food away. Susie, leave. So if it was in the wild and I wanted to go back, pretend to eat, she's fine with that. And wait. And yes. Now the reason I do that is just to let her know that if I wanted to go back for more food, similar to the wild, that is okay. And she knows that if I'm hungry, I can do that. So thank you so much for watching this video. This was how to feed your dog like they do in the wild, like in the packing order in the wild, in the wolf pack. And if you liked the video, please be sure to subscribe. It would be so thankful of me and Susie that you do that, and give it a like as well if you enjoy. Thank you.